Hello, my name is Michael Spaeth, and I am the current planning principal planner for the town of Oro Valley and host of this informational community outreach video. Thank you for tuning in to the very first step in the public outreach process. This process has been kicked off in response to a property owner's application for a conditional use permit and conceptual site plan for a property located in the Mercado del Rio shopping center. Our goal is to ensure everyone is provided with information regarding upcoming public outreach opportunities, the applicant's proposal, and the next step. The number one objective is to invite you to participate. The town requires all conditional use permit applicants to engage in community outreach in the front end of the process, and it is important to hear your comments and questions early and often. Does your participation matter? Absolutely. Community input has shaped every conditional use permit application in Oro Valley. Please help us spread the word about this proposal and video. Notices have been mailed to neighbors and a site has been posted with yellow signs in multiple locations. If you weren't notified and wish to be in the future, please send us a request with your name and address to mspaeth@orovalleyaz.gov. This video is the first step in the process and is intended to help you prepare for the upcoming neighborhood meeting. Later in this video, we will map out what the anticipated process will look like. As of today, August 24th, we do not have a formal submittal from the property owner, but we do anticipate one from the applicant soon. A pre-application concept for the site has been provided, and you will hear more about that directly from the property owner's representative, Mr. Paul Olin, later in this video. Here are the steps we're going to follow tonight. First, I will walk through the public participation process and the anticipated timeline for the project. Second, I will briefly discuss the applicant's proposal and provide key background information about the property and the town's review criteria. Third, I will introduce Mr. Olin, who is representing the property, and he will walk us through the what and why of the property owner's site proposal. Additional information has been posted on ovprojects.com, and it will be continually updated as the town receives a formal application and additional information. So let's get started. A neighborhood meeting will be held in person and on Zoom on September 8th at 6 p.m. in the Town Council's chambers at Town Hall. Information on how to participate via Zoom is available on the town's webpage. The purpose of the meeting will be to hear from you and address any questions and comments you may have. You can also email questions and comments to mspaeth@orovalleyaz.gov. Throughout this process, there are a number of additional opportunities for public input. Following a formal submittal, staff will work with the applicant on achieving code compliance. Following code compliance, a second neighborhood meeting may be held if necessary. Both applications require consideration by the Planning and Zoning Commission and Town Council. Now I'd like to orient everyone with respect to the subject property. The property is approximately 5.6 acres in size and is located in the Mercado del Rio shopping center, highlighted here in yellow. The center is north of Bushview Lane, approximately 1/4 mile west of Oracle Road. It is surrounded on the east by the Breakmasters and Caliber collision businesses, the north, the CDO multi-use path, the west by Oro Valley Internal Medicine and Imogene Spa, and the south by Bushview Lane. The applicant's request involves two applications. First, a conditional use permit for a self-storage use, and second, a conceptual site and landscape plan for the design. The site plans are for both the self-storage and RV storage uses. Again, the self-storage building is approximately 101,000 square feet in size with a proposed building height of 30 feet. The building will have two internal access points and maintains the existing pedestrian connections within the center. The RV storage will be fully screened from adjacent roadways and will be accessed internally. Again, the applicant is going to provide additional detail during his presentation. The subject property is designated as C2 or regional commercial, shown in pink in the upper right-hand image, which is intended to serve both Oro Valley and the greater region. Surrounding the property is a mix of other regional commercial developments and multifamily residential to the south. In the C2 zoning district, a self-storage use may be approved after acquiring a conditional use permit. A master development plan was approved for the entire Mercado del Rio shopping center in 2004, shown in the lower right-hand image. Again, the subject property highlighted in yellow. This plan established the site's current layout, both pedestrian and vehicular circulation within the center, site setbacks, buffer yards, and courtyards, among other things. All of these site-wide improvements will be maintained with this project, and again, the applicant will touch more on their design as part of their presentation. With regard to staff review, the conditional use permit is reviewed for conformance with specific criteria in the zoning code to evaluate the proposed use relative to this specific location. The applicant, as part of their project, will need to demonstrate conformance with the criteria listed on screen. The second application, the site plan and landscape plan, will be reviewed for conformance with the conceptual design principles and design standards of the zoning. Now I'd like to turn it over to the property owner's representative, Mr. Paul Oland, for his presentation. Mr. Oland.
I'm Paul Oland with Paradigm Land, representing the property owner and the developer, Johnson Development Associates. As Mr. Spaeth mentioned, the property is located within the Mercado del Rio development along the north side of Pushview Lane, just west of the Fry's Shopping Center, and is currently zoned for commercial development. This proposal involves the construction of a self-storage building and a screened storage area for recreational vehicles. The building will be along the back of the property, and the RV storage will be along Pushview Lane. Vehicular access will be via Mercado del Rio's internal drives and not directly off Pushview Lane. Lastly, landscape buffer yards will be provided according to town code, and the pedestrian plaza in Mercado del Rio will be preserved. Life Storage is a modern self-storage provider with approximately 1,125 facilities encompassing over 67 million square feet of floor space in 36 states. They focus on technologies that enhance safety and the customer experience, such as video surveillance, climate control, personal access codes, bright internal security lighting, and an on-site manager. The facility will meet the architectural design guidelines of the Mercado del Rio development and the town. The proposed building, shown here, is envisioned to utilize a mix of architectural materials such as stucco, rock veneer, glazing, and metal accents. The building will be roughly 101,000 square feet, 2 stories, with a maximum height of 30 feet to the parapet, plus another 5 feet for architectural elements such as gables and ridges. The design features a varied roof line, facade articulation, several complementary colors, and other elements such as a trellis to decrease the appearance of building mass and increase pedestrian comfort. The screen wall around the RV storage area will incorporate architectural elements from the storage building, so the site design is unified. Existing landscaping along Pushview Lane will be supplemented as necessary to construct a code-compliant landscape buffer yard, which will provide further screening in addition to the wall itself. As town staff said, we're early in the process and haven't made a conditional use permit submittal yet. We look forward to meeting with our neighbors and discussing the project at our upcoming meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oland. I would like to conclude by reiterating how to make your voice heard over the course of this process. The town invites all of you to attend the neighborhood meeting on September 8th at Town Hall or on Zoom. Again, this is just the first step of the public participation process. Additional information has been posted on ovprojects.com, and it will continually be updated as the town receives a formal application and additional information. Please use mspaeth@oralvalleyaz.gov and ovprojects.com throughout this process to stay involved. We will continue to notify property owners who received a yellow postcard for this video and post the property with yellow signs for upcoming events. If you did not receive a postcard and wish to, please reach out via mspaeth@oralvalleyaz.gov and provide your name and address, and we will ensure you are notified next time. Again, I would like to reiterate it is important to hear your comments and questions early and often. The extent of community participation is what makes Oro Valley a special place. Community input has shaped every conditional use permit application in Oro Valley, just as it will on this project. Stay in the know by checking in on ovprojects.com, and we look forward to seeing you at the neighborhood meeting on September 8th. Thank you.